And then to my far left, we are so pleased to have William Tank Black with us. I know that some of you have approached me the last couple days and said, that is just great. I know that name, and I get to hear him speak. Just a synopsis on Mr. Black. In the span of 1 year, he went from setting the record for having the most first-round picks in the NFL draft, represented by a single agent, to sitting behind bars on accusations of stealing from his clients, money laundering, securities fraud, and illegally paying money to college players to win their business. In my brief meeting with him, and from those of you who may or may not have heard him speak at the recent NSA Regional Compliance Seminars, he is, in all accounts, an agent of change.
Being here. I'm a high school All-American football player, a three-time college All-American football player. I sold disability insurance to college athletes. I sold it to the top 60 players in a particular year when Barry Sanders came out, and he ended up being my client a year later. Those top 60 players had a chance to buy disability insurance from the NCAA. None of them did. None of them did. All of them got it from me. I went on to be a college football coach for 10 years. In the sports agency business, I represented 31 number one picks in the NFL. I'm the first agent who have 5 number one picks in the same draft. More importantly, I started that business in 1989. And in 1999, that business was over $120 million was the worth of it. I was offered $50,000 from several agents. I was offered cars. I was offered additional jobs at different places just to be able to deliver that one player, Sterling Sharp. That was 22 years ago. I was offered those offers. Today, those offers are not $50,000. They're $250,000 and more. The stakes are very, very high in this industry. And anytime you have a lot of money that's involved, you're going to have a couple of very important things that you can't get away from. It can be you're in politics, it can be you're in sports, it can be any business that you're in, but when there's a lot of money involved, there's going to be corruption and there's going to be temptation. Now, let me give you an idea of temptation first. We think that people who break the rules are just bad people. We think, God, he's just a terrible person. He's breaking the rules. Let's say one of your college coaches is recruiting the top high school football player in the country. And he comes to him and says, look, coach, I really want to come to your university. And if you'll just do one thing for me, I'm coming. I need $2,000. My family doesn't have any money, and we just got all kind of issues. And I need $2,000. What do you think that assistant coach has been recruiting this kid for a year is going to say? What's he going to do? Is he going to tell that number one recruit, I can't do that. That's against the rules. Now, this ideal that you may have of sports agents is true. You're talking about way off base. It's way off base. They're not these guys with torn up jeans, hiding behind bushes, with, coffee running down their shirt and, tennis shoes. You're laughing. It's funny, ain't it? It's funny to think that that would be the case. I lease a $22 million jet. I have 2 10,000 square foot homes. I drive a V12 Mercedes-Benz that costs $145,000. I am just like the CEO of a major corporation. I've got a business worth over $100 million. And you think I'm not going to do my homework? You think I'm not going to do my job of getting close to these players so that I can sign more of these players and increase my net worth and take care of my family? That's the way sports agents look at it. But at the end of the day, I only did 2 things. I gave college players and their families monies and benefits, and I lied. Those are the 2 things that I really did. All the other things I was cleared of, and I fought hard to get cleared of cheating players or stealing money from players. I mean, I fought really hard to get that off of me because I would have never done that. I come from the coaching field. I'm not proud of the fact that I broke rules. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of the fact that I succumbed to that temptation, that the stakes were so high that it caused me to start crossing the lines that I shouldn't have been crossing. But I don't want to go back into the business, and the reason I don't want to go back into the business, and I've told Rachel this, is because I would be faced with the very same temptations all over again. I had one runner who was in the Southeast that came and said he thought he could sign a great player. And he explained to me, look, I'm with him all the time. He doesn't go anywhere without giving me a call. And he's already told me he wants me to help him with his agent. Now, what kind of business person or millionaire or people who you know are going to inherit $25 million would go and let their homeboys who have no education and no experience whatsoever choose their agent? That's how crazy the business is.